Dear students, today we are going to explain about algorithm and data structures for a linking loader. The algorithm for a linking loader is considerably more complicated than the absolute loader program, which is already given. So already we have seen the absolute loader program, how it will be designed, how it is working, all those things. So the linking loader is more complicated than that. The concept already what we have discussed in the program linking section will be useful for developing algorithm for a linking loader. Modification records are especially used for the relocation. We have seen modification record and relocation bits, but most of the applications we are going to use modification records only for relocation. This is the implementation of an assembler. We know that the source program, first what we are having the source program that will be given as an input to the pass1 of an assembler. So the pass1 assembler what it is going to do means, with the help of location counter, operation table and symbol table, these are the data structures used by the assembler. With the help of these three data structures, it will convert that source program into intermediate file. Then that intermediate file should be given as an input to the pass2 assembler. So what will be there in the intermediate file means, it will assign address to each and every instruction. Some of the assembler directory is going to process, the symbols should be defined and symbol table will be constructed. These works should be done by the pass1 assembler. That will be stored in the intermediate file. That intermediate file should be given as an input to the pass2 assembler. Pass2 assembler what is going to do means, it is going to do the actual conversion. The pass2 assembler, it will refer op table, symbol table and with the help of location counter, it will convert that intermediate file into object program. Then the object program will be stored in the record formats, header record, text record and end record. Along with that, if any modification is required during the relocation, that also will be specified in the modification record. So the object program will be having header record, text record, end record and modification record. Here one thing you should keep it in the mind, there will be only one header record and one end record, because these both are mainly useful to represent what is the starting address of the program, that should be specified in the text record, and what is the address of the program, first instruction address to be executed, that will be specified in the end record. So there is only one header record and one end record, but there may be a more than one text record and more than one modification record. That depends on the program. Then after that, that object program should be given as an input to the linking loader. Now that linking loader also having two passes, pass1 and pass2. The output of assembler, pass2 assembler, that contains header record, text record, end record and modification record, that will be given as an input to the pass1 of a linking loader. What it is going to do means, it is going to assign addresses to all external symbols with the help of the data structure CS address and ES tab. CS address is control section address and ES tab is external symbol table. Okay, with the help of that pass1 assembler will assign addresses to all external symbols. Then the pass2 assembler, pass2 of linking loader, what it is going to do means, it is with the help of this that intermediate file, it is going to do the actual loading functions like loading, relocation and linking. Then it will indicate the address of the first instruction to be executed. Then execution is going to start. So algorithm for a linking loader is, input is a set of object programs that will be shown in control sections here. So now to link the control sections only, we are going for a program linking. Linking loader usually makes two passes over its input, just an assembler code does. So pass1 will assign addresses to all external symbols. Pass2 will perform the actual loading, relocation and linking. Now we'll see what are the data structures used by the pass1 algorithm and pass2 algorithm of linking loader. The pass1 and pass2 algorithm in detail we'll see in some other section. So what first is data structures. What are the data structures used? Is main data structure used in linking loader is external symbol table. Already we know the symbol table is constructed during assembler. Okay, assembler pass one process itself, the symbol table is constructed. That will be having symbol name and its attributes and its address or value. So here external symbol table will be constructed. What will be there for in that external symbol table mean that will be represented with ESTAB. Then it will be having the name, address and in which control section the symbol is defined. So these three informations will be there in the external symbol table. So here which data structure is efficient to maintain external symbol table is like normal symbol table, hash table methods should be used for representing the external symbol table. Because here in external symbol table also we are going to perform the frequent operation is by checking whether that symbol is already there in the symbol table, and if it there means we are getting that information during the pass to process. So because of the two operations the hash table data structure is efficient, so that will be used over here. Then next data structure used here is program load address, PROGADDR. So what is the program load address means? It is the beginning address in memory where the linked program is to be loaded. So where that linked program that will be initially it will be loaded into that. Who is going to provide that program address means that should be supplied by the operating system, that is responsible for supplying this address. Next is control section address. So we know the program will be having multiple control sections. Each control section will be having its own address, and in order to find the next control section address we have to add the first control section starting address with the length of that control section. We are going to get the starting address of the next control section. So the CSADDR represent the control section address, which is the starting address assigned to the control section currently being scanned by the loader. This is the initial address of the control section. Then we are having one more data structure, CSLTH, that indicates control section length. Each control section will be having a length. So that is the CSLTH. So here that only you should keep it in the mind. We are having four data structures in linking loader, that is external symbol table, program address, control section address and control section length.